Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tamir, and I'm a Krav Maga instructor. I'm also a freshman student here in the Academic College of Tel Aviv, studying behavioral sciences. And today I'm going to talk about a subject that is really close to my heart as an instructor, and that is self-defense training and sexual assaults towards women. I'd like to start with a short story. 2 years ago, a student of mine, a female student, sent me a text. It was really late at night, about 2 a.m. I believe. And the text goes like this. Oh my God, Tamir, you won't believe just what happened. I said, what is it? And she said, I was just now at the bar with some of my friends, girlfriends, and all of a sudden, we were dancing on the dance floor, when all of a sudden, a guy, drunk guy, came up to me, held me in my shoulders, and forcefully tried to kiss me. She said, well, the first thing I did was, I turned my head to the side, I pushed really hard, and I screamed, "Get the fuck away from me!" I said, wow, what a great active response. You did a good job. But she said, no, listen up. The funny thing is, the first thing that came to my mind was you. I said, what a bad impression that leave, right? And she said, no, I'm talking about your Krav Maga classes. They really work. Thank you very much. Well, this is not the only story I received from students, both female and male, from the training, from how training helped them, how really bravery being shown in real situations, stressful situations, and you can actually defend yourself. And the weird thing is, it's happening so much. This is statistics from 2016, where 3,604 cases have been for sexual assaults towards women. Out of them, 32% was for underage ladies or girls, under 18, that means. So if it's so happening so much in our society, then why doesn't everyone learn self-defense? I mean, it's so useful. It actually saves your life. So why don't you learn? Why aren't you learning it? And with that question in mind, I came here to the academy. We were asked to pick up some interesting subject we want to talk about and go search it on academic researches about it. So I've searched Krav Maga, this is what I'm doing. And as far as I could search, I couldn't find even one article that talks about Krav Maga. Not even one. So I tried to search some other stuff. I could find some really little amount of self-defense articles, empirical researches. And I came across a really interesting article from Hollander. She's a professor in America, where she talks about the roots of resistance to women's self-defense. In her article, she's talking about the most crucial and real resistance people have for doing self-defense training. She came to create this article after she was trying to get a fund for her research she wanted to do, which eventually she did in 2014. I'll show it later. And in that article, she says there is 3 main reasons people don't like hearing the words women's self-defense. And I'm going to cover them right now. So the first one is that self-defense for women is impossible. That means women are weaker than men, therefore they cannot protect themselves. And the second thing is that it's too dangerous. Even if you try to resist, the resistance is going to make you suffer even more. So if you try to resist, let's say a rape, then the attacker will become more aggressive and you might injure yourself, even kill you. This is the second one. And the last one, which really shocked me when I heard it, is that they say that self-defense training is victim blaming. That means if you don't know self-defense and you were attacked in your life, it's your fault. Because you should have learned how to defend yourself. You should have watched your drink. That's what they say. Self-defense, legitimizing victim blaming. And of course, as a Krav Maga instructor, all those shocked me. So I kept on searching the area, and I came up with some researchers about empirical evidence that self-defense training works. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Breklin and Ullman's research. I'm going to go over them very briefly. They distributed 3,187 questionnaires to female college students. Out of them, they got 1,198 experienced sexual assaults and did not have prior self-defense training. And out of those 1,155 decided to go and study self-defense after the attack. And the rest, of course, did not. And what they came up with, they found that people who participated in the Krav Maga courses exhibited marginally less current anxiety symptoms than non-participants. So they feel less anxious thanks to the training. They are less likely to blame themselves for the assault. As you know, sometimes the assault is being interpreted by the victim as this is not an assault, it's just my fault, I wasn't cautious, I should have not gone with him home, stuff like that. But thanks to training, they change it. And they have the capacity to define the assault as rape. Because sometimes just don't do it. So training actually makes you understand it. Hollander, as I said, also made a research about it, where she took 117 women that have not been victimized before, from the ages 18 to 53. She did a self-defense program for 30 hours with them. What she found with those 117 women, that after 1 year, means 1 year follow-up, no woman in the self-defense group, but 3% of the comparison group, reported completed rape. That means no one in the self-defense group were attacked so viciously that it's counted as full complete rape. And 3% was in the other group. And the self-defense students, but not in the comparison group, reported significant increase in their confidence that they could defend themselves against an attack from a stranger, acquaintance, or an intimate. Because you know, attacks aren't always coming from someone you don't know, in the street, in the dark alley. Sometimes it happens domestically, in the house, someone you know. Perhaps it's a parent, perhaps it's a friend. And those are the toughest ones, because you don't expect it to be. Sometimes you tend to blame yourself, both men and women. And it's very common among children. I'm going to talk about one more research, which is about younger ladies, from age 7 to 17. In New Zealand, they did a research about 2,700 girls, and what they found is that students who took self-defense classes has better capacity to identify sexual violence within the family, as I said earlier, higher understanding that unpleasant touch is not the victim's blame, and higher self-esteem. And the most crucial thing is that it has a long-lasting effect on the woman, not just for the current moment, but for a long time, few years afterwards. They still have some high self-esteem. So to conclude, self-defense training, in a lot of people's perspective, as Hollander found in 2009, has bad representation for it, and mostly it's because of gender roles. Women are weak, women are incapable. This is all bullshit. Women can definitely defend themselves. I still have bite marks here from training I did very long ago, because believe me, women are vicious when they want to. You can defend yourself, and it's very important that you do. So my name is Tamir Nahor, and I'm a Krav Maga instructor in the International Krav Maga Federation. And in the IKMF, we say, we do what we do, we teach people how to defend themselves, so that one may walk in peace. Till next time, train hard, train smart, and peace. Thank you.